catching off Gen.G's rock on this Jing. Because I mean,
Sports boys, let's go into the gorge.
Let's go into the gorge for the last time of the day. I mean, I feel like a little tear just fell from my eye after that. So we get into the last time we visit the gorge for today. But obviously, we will be back with more action tomorrow. But we are going to be looking and holding it in right now.
Clue secured Team Crimson from Grok's hands. Okay, it's still okay because the EXP does go over to Rock fully because of the roaming item, but still, that's so crazy coming into the first minute of the game here, Blam.
I mean, they were one game up, right? So these kind of mistakes are going to be made, unfortunately, for the side of Gen.G. So that is just a unfortunate consequence of popping down your little AoE, little book zapping away.
But a very interesting strat coming out from Gen.G here is that they do a double roam style.
Yep.
Yes, the Princess Frost is babysitting Wawa in this lane, while Clue here is making sure that his jungle gets the fast clear, and the mid lane, the core role, the 4 minions that we have is all funneled to the 1 carry Rock.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they're definitely making sure they make it ends meet with those 4 minions, right? They need to make sure that the rest of those resources do go over to Rock on the Jing here, but like you said, the loss of the red buff here, the crimson buff, that means extra damage in the early game, and the faster wave play is not going to come through for Rock.
Well, as long as they are not fighting and there's someone to actually help Rock clear out this minion wave, I think that's still fine. Gladly, the EXP still goes over to Rock, so it's still a-okay in this situation. But hang on though, Boom eSports, they're looking for a certain attempt.
They're looking for a certain attempt to try and take that Crimson Golden from him then maybe next time, but Tatsuri looking pretty low there. Dream Roam having to be used defensively there, trying to get him out so they don't lose Carl too early.
It's still pretty okay coming from the side of both teams here, but a gold card being landed onto Ray's face right here, and he gets poked down.
Gets poked down, but I mean, he does have Inua here as well to aid him. Obviously, the Frigid Prison isn't quite going to lock down onto Toshi. He has, obviously, a very high move speed, especially with the passive of the D-Ranger as well, right? Like, if you stack up those 5 stacks, he gets that movement speed increase, which is going to make it a little bit more slippery to lock down with the Princess Frost.
Exactly, and every 3 hits coming in from D-Ranger's tokens, it's an empowered token where it has advanced range and applies slow as well. A small freeze coming in from Toshi here, making sure that if Ray wants to farm these minions, he will have to overextend himself, and Tatsuri and Impressive are there to lock him down. But hang on though, top side though, Clue is level 4.
Clue is level 4. He has the ultimate, so the suppression could come through. But they're looking to go for this T1, looking to try and just do a little bit of damage to it. But obviously, as you see there on the screen, it gets the shield back because it is still pre-4 minutes. But this is rare. They need to kind of set up these side lanes for the side of Gen.G if they really want to try and take some really easy neutral objectives.
I want to give props to Miggy here. He smelled that play miles away, and he is so disciplined in making sure he does not get caught here. And Tatsuri here notices this fact, and he's here to help.
Oh, the flash and the suppression. He's not going to but he gets knocked out of the suppression. Miggy now coming in with the board from Tatsuri as well. It means that he's able to stay alive, so the flash suppression wasn't as impressive as it should be.
We keep saying that Boom is a heavy fighting team, but that reactive play coming from Tatsuri was beautiful. They read that so well, making sure that Miggy came out alive, and they expended so many spells on Miggy.
Yeah, so many spells for Miggy, and I mean, it's what you kind of really want to do here, especially with Gen.G's draft, right? You want to make sure that you're getting all those skills off before you take the next team fight.
Exactly, and right now, 4 minutes, the last Shadow Tyrant at 4 minutes that's going to be spawned onto the map. Right now, both teams here, they are looking strong and wanting to contest for this objective.
Looking to test for the objective. I mean, no clear priority into the bot side of the map as well, right? Like, there's 2 minion waves crashing in equally, but now we're seeing Boone is just taking it effortlessly. They're like, you know what, guys? If you're not going to go for it, we're going to take the Tyrant from you.
Well, free Tyrant go over to the hands of Boom eSports here. For the side of Gen.G, they want to maintain the farm on Rock here as he's level 9 going strong right now. Right now, for the side of Boom eSports, they are looking for an opportunity to really crush down these towers, unlocking Toshi, making sure that he can push these sideways here. So hang on, the Wawa might be caught out.
Yeah, 4 minutes up, so that means that the turrets assist are going to be taken off from it as well, but he's able to keep himself alive. We do get the takedown of the T1 as well. The passive for Tatsuri is not going to be enough. We see Rock claims the first blood for the side of Gen.G. This is definitely the pacing they want to go for. Maybe not go for objectives, go for the monopoly.
And that's the beautiful part about Mirror Blade, which is Jing, right? So much mobility, so much access to the backline after the revamp. That was such a clean execution here coming in from Rock. With that kill, they secured themselves the buff, the Crimson Golem from the side of Boom eSports. That's a net positive win for Gen.G.
Net positive, but I mean, we did see that Toshi's able to take the T1 down to the bot side as well, so they've just basically paid a trade across the gorge, and really in terms of getting the priority into the bot side of the map is something that we're going to really want to be seeing here from Toshi, so we can kind of free himself up to go for these team fights as well as his rest of the team.
And Toshi here chunking down the mid tower of Gen.G here, throwing out those tokens here, slowly chipping it down here. 50-50, goal lead is dead even from both sides here. Just look at the goal difference real quick. Wawa, Rock being the solid 2 carries that holds all the gold for the side of Gen.G.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they want to be funneling the gold, right? I mean, we need to see it going onto the lady soon. We need to be seeing it going onto the Jing. And right now, we are seeing that 5.3k ahead of that one. A bit of a team fight going on in mid here. Getting caught inside the box is Lonely Ray. And the suppression coming through. Is it going to be enough to lock down? Impressive. So that is a lot of sustain being taken off the side here of Boom eSports.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first rule and first lesson of marksman. Do not face check a bush if you are on a squishy carry.
Exactly. You don't want to be kind of going in there and then taking your life for nothing. And there it is again. Oh! Having to expend the flash to get out, but it is going to be Tatsuri falling down to Rock once more. Carl looking very low, trying to do the dream roll out, but he was like, no, you're in my domain, and I will take you down.
Beautiful mirror domain coming from Rock, securing 3 man with that mirror domain, instantly executing Tatsuri and Carl. I'm telling you, Rock is playing a masterclass of a Jing in this crucial game that decides their fate towards the playoff.
I mean, just look at the banning draft, right? I mean, they banned out a lot of the assassin junglers. I mean, they clearly forgot about Jing, which is a little bit of a problem there. But I mean, they do lock in here with some control. Ray going down once more. We see Kalu going down, so already not going to be able to set up those team fights that we've seen from Gen.G so far in game number 3. And it is going to be a place to breathe for Boom eSports.
Me, the player of Boom eSports, with the Mayi secures a double kill, breathing more life into their team composition. Looking at the damage dealt, Rock definitely is at the peak of the damage dealt with that 27,000 damage right here. And right now, if you're a Boom eSports fan, once again, your team composition does not scale towards the late game. You gotta find a way to break through this early to mid stage. You gotta win the 10th minute Shadow Tyrant fight.
You've got to win that one, and then obviously your expiry date is no much further away from that, right? But they're just trying to catch out Rock here, but he goes straight in onto Toshi. Wow. Takes down the damage of the D-Range. Tatsuri's on the run. He doesn't have the passive. He gets taken down by Inua. Into the mid lane is Ray. Actually doing a very good, nice job there, keeping that T1 alive as well, because that could have been a good trade for Boom if they're able to get that.
Once again, Rock again on the Mirror Blade, on the Jing with the Mirror Domain CC onto multiple targets of Boom eSports. It was Tatsuri on Toshi this time, the 2 core carries of Boom eSports here, Blam.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want those 2 going down too early within the team fights, especially if you're kind of playing on the back foot, which is what's unfortunately happening here for Boom eSports. They still have the T2s for now, but we can see up to the top side of the map that the Clash Lane 1 may fall here thanks to Ray. Looking to help themselves and try and contest this Crimson Golem for Rock. He does use it as a bait. He uses the Mirror Domain into the back line. Chunking a lot of damage onto Midgie. He goes down. Impressive. Not looking too hot in terms of that health bar, but that is the pickups they need because there is no pickup potential here for the side of Boom eSports.
This is one of those key moments that you gotta ask Boom eSports. You love to fight, but you have to understand that some fights you cannot be taking here. With all these fights that's happening, just look at the gold chart on Rock right now. He's 9,000 gold. 9 minutes, that's 1,000 gold per minute we're talking about here, Blam.
Yeah, we're seeing a familiar kind of tradition, right? I mean, that 1k gold per minute has been the story of this best of 3. But right now, Boom are definitely behind by around about 3k in total. So they've got to try and make ends meet, right? They've got to try and find some way to get in. And what is that way in?
In my opinion, this team, if Boom eSports wants to look for any form of comeback, it has to be from Miggy or Carl, looking for these big engages with their skill sets. Mayin looking for the 3-man knockup. Carl looking for the big dream roll here. If you're a Boom eSports fan, that's definitely the only way they have back to this game. For Gen.G, Rock is doing us a masterclass with all these engages here, and you have Lick Insurance here. Ray is just farming even though he's 0-2 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think that's where Boom eSports is kind of faulting here, is the fact that they're not taking the engages on their own terms. It's actually Gen.G that are forcing the engages, but right now, could be a change of story here. Clue actually is able to flash out of the world is my board, used mainly for a zone and kind of got Boom retreated, but is this the golden carrot here for the side of Boom eSports to bring in Gen.G?
Wow, that's a 4,000 goalie with a Shadow Tyrant here for the side of Gen.G. Engage goes in.
The golden carrot is more than likely going to be that monkey, so Carl going down, so front line does not exist here for Boom eSports. That is going to be a 2-1 trade, Toshi going down, so a lot of damage already been taken off the side of Boom once again. Top side, not looking too hot.
Not looking too hot indeed, and once again, it's another fight at this Crimson Golem. How many times does it take for you to learn a lesson here? Because Boom eSports is getting severely punished for how they love to fight in these team compositions. They want to fight their way to success, but right now, Gen.G is pulling so many good team fights and engage with their team composition.
So many good team fights, and obviously they had the early game lead as well, right, into the lanes. For now, are they able to get a higher ground turret at this point, or just looking to keep Boom locked and restricted into their base? It seems like the case, right? I mean, Rock is like, hey, you can't have your jungle, I'm going to take it from you.
I'm going to take it from you, and right now they're slowly progressing towards the end stage of the game right now. 12 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. The Overlord Vanguard has been spawned towards the mid lane here. The final 2 tier 3s for the side of Boom eSports.
Yeah, I think if Boom can hold this off, then there's a chance they could come back, right? But right now, it's not looking too hot for them. Rock already taken a lot of damage from Carl. He's already down to half health, able to gain a little bit more health from the Hue 1. So impressive. Being a great teammate, giving over some healing to the side of Boom eSports.
And right now, one more tier 2 goes down. The Overlord marches towards the Crystal here. Impressive goes in for the engage.
With the Boom, yes, impressive. Does get the CC. The Dream Roll comes through, but it gets met with the suppression. Tatsuri goes down. Impressive is going down next. Rock finally gets taken down, but it's a little bit too late for Boom eSports. And click, boom! It is going down once again at EWC, but this time, Gen.G takes the Boom.
Gen.G takes Boom 2-1. Masterclass performance by Gen.G and Rock. Rock was so detrimental with the